Let's get nitpicky. Do you get it? Like pointing out very small, minor, incorrect things that happen that no one actually cares about. And also knitting with a K, like the popular knitting brand Knitpicks, but this has got nothing to do with them. There's a limited amount of puns, and I'm just going to use that one even though it's been used before. Okay, cool, bye. So none of my projects have been working recently, and not working in a way that's been entertaining or caught on camera, so yakida. But what I have done is seen like Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdoms like 7 times. I've done that, which is obviously a very important task. I actually love the film, unironically, slightly ironically I guess. I haven't watched a film that has been this entertaining in an incredibly long time. And I am delighted that they have left in all of these stupid little plot points that I'm going to get into soon. Because if they didn't, I wouldn't like this film anywhere near as much. But I do want to talk to you about it, and I'm going to. And now let's do a little brief recap of the film, and then I'm going to get into the bits, the nitpicks. Recap. Got the same protagonists from the last film, Claire and Owen. They have last names, don't remember them, not important, they're very forgettable characters. Put them in a little bubble over there. Number 2, the dinosaurs, much better. They've stuck them on an island, same island as last film. It's called Isla Nublar, I do remember that bit. But now there's a volcano on the island that wasn't there before, but it's there now. But the volcano is gonna explode, and dinosaurs don't like lava, which seems very reasonable. And Claire and Owen, well actually just Claire, wants to get the dinosaurs off the island with the lava and into a different location with less lava. This guy, Eli Mills, who is the bad guy of the film, calls up Claire and goes, hey, I can help you with that. And she's like, nice. So she goes and rescues dinosaurs with Owen. She brings Owen with her. And instead of putting them onto this new island habitat that Eli Mills says he has, they just end up going to Eli Mills, who locks them in a basement and then sells them at an auction for money. Until this clone girl, Maisie, who was also in the film, she, Claire and Owen, they press a button and release the dinosaurs into the world. That's the film. You know how films go. Was that remotely clear? I had an entire thing scripted, which I then did film, and there was like 4 hours of footage, and I got so bored watching that footage that the idea of trying to edit it together just made me sad. So I didn't. You're welcome. This is going to be a bit more of a mess. But hopefully it will be easier to edit. Maybe. Let's nitpick. Right, so number 1. Lava's not hot in this film. Just very minor, just lava is not hot in this film. They're using real world lava, at least it looks like real world lava, but it isn't real world lava, it's movie lava. And movie lava is totally fine to touch. You can touch it, you can swim in it, it's grand, nothing's wrong with it. I'm guessing though that because it's an issue to the dinosaurs, that it's still pretty bad, but maybe only with prolonged exposure. So the number 2, the bad guy. No, he's really predictable, but his motivations for doing all of his actions don't make any sense with any sort of internal logic going on. I'm going to try and explain it now. So in the film there's this raptor, Blue. Blue was in the last film as well. She's real smart, she's real empathetic, and she's really obedient. They have this new dinosaur, the Indo Raptor. This Indo Raptor is this new military grade dinosaur that Eli Mills and his buddy, Dr. Henry Wu, Henry was in the last film as well, they've been making this. But the thing is, it's not obedient, it's not empathetic, and it will just kill willy-nilly, and they're trying to stop it from doing that. So they're getting Blue. And they need Blue alive because they want it to be sort of like a mothering figure to the Indo Raptors.
To get the next iteration under control, it needs to form a familial bond with a closely related genetic link.
English, Henry.
It needs a mother!
And, okay, cool, you sort of get it. It's done, but you know, you want a film to happen, so you're like, fine. To get Blue, they need Claire. Claire, her handprint will help them access the island's tracking system. And to get Blue the raptor specifically, they also need Owen, because Owen trained Blue, and Blue really likes Owen and is just going to trust Owen and come to them. They can't really catch Blue the raptor apparently without any of their help, which is super weak because it's a very small island, and they hired like mercenaries and a private military to go onto this island. It seems a bit weird that they're not able to capture one kind of small dinosaurs there, but fine, they need both Claire and Owen to get Blue. Grand. But the problem I have with all of this is not that it's really weak and that it's kind of stupid, and really they need it to be a mother. Really? The issue I have with it is that the bad guy finds out that he needs Blue after he sent Claire and Owen to get Blue the dinosaur. He doesn't know that he needs this little dinosaur until he's already put the gears in motion to get this little dinosaur. He didn't need to contact Claire, he didn't need to contact Owen, he didn't need to contact anyone. He already had a private military on the island collecting dinosaurs, and they were doing a pretty good job before Claire and Owen turned up. It's baffling that and the thing is, it would be such an easy scene to fix, because they had Maisie, the little clone girl, she finds out all of this. She's overhearing the conversation that happens between Dr. Henry Wu and Eli Mills, and it would be really, really easy for her to just, instead of hearing the conversation, she could have just watched a video log of it happening. She was already watching video logs of Owen playing with dinosaurs. It would be very easy for her to just click next and watch the next video log of Dr. Henry Wu going, "This dinosaur needs a mother, and I've got just the dinosaur in mind." And then, you know, then we, the audience, know what's going on and why they need Blue the Raptor. But no, yay, I love this, great. Number 3. Now, this point is actually very similar to number 2 in the sense that characters don't really know why they're doing what they're doing, but it's a bit less plot breaking. Still very stupid. And it's the auction. More specifically, it's the auctioneer. So Eli Mills is in his house chatting with the auctioneer, who is also in his house the day before the auction. And the dinosaurs aren't there yet, they are coming to the house. They're nearly there, they'll just give him a second. And the auctioneer's like,
I don't really work with amateurs, so I'm gonna contact my buyers and call this off.
And does he think he's gonna get dinosaurs somewhere else? This guy is the only guy that has dinosaurs. What an easy bluff to call. But what's really annoying is that Eli Mills does not call the bluff. He doesn't seem to understand that this guy is completely full of shit. There's no way he can cancel this auction, because a lot of the buyers are international. They are already en route. Calling them up and cancelling them is just going to piss them off. They are going to buy illegal dinosaurs at an illegal dinosaur auction. I wouldn't want to be the one to call them up and say, sorry, the dinosaur auction isn't happening. That doesn't seem like it's going to go very well. But that bluff works. Eli Mills falls for it and goes into a pitch, apparently to pitch the guy why the illegal dinosaur auction should take place. Why wasn't this guy pitched to before the illegal dinosaur auction was organised? He was pitched to after the illegal dinosaur auction was organised. The pitch works, the dinosaur auction takes place. Although the pitch really shouldn't have worked, because the pitch was, make me money so I can make battle dinosaurs.
You're gonna weaponize them?
Why did that work? Anyway, this entire scene is just pure exposition so that we, the audience, knows what's going on within the film. Number 4 is the actual auction itself, and it's just kind of minor, I guess. Sort of. It's just the dinosaurs aren't being sold for anywhere near enough money. He's selling them for $10 to $20 million, and that's just, it doesn't seem like enough money. He's literally got a monopoly on dinosaurs. He is the only person that has them. He can set a price, and the price he's set is $10 to $20 million. There have been horses sold for $50 million, and these are dinosaurs, so really?
Look, this prototype is worth $28 million right now.
There's only one of them, and they also need it. It makes no sense to sell it, but sell it they do. Number 5, the Indo Raptor itself is really stupid, because to use the Indo Raptor you need to point a laser at a person, wait until the dinosaurs actually notice that you've pointed a laser at the person, and then shoot that person with some noise, and the dinosaur will go and attack that person, and after it's finished attacking that person, it's going to attack everyone else as well. But, you know, that means that to use the dinosaur, they're already having to point a gun at the person, and these dinosaurs are already extremely undervalued, but it's still cheaper to use a gun. Number 6, I think it's number 6 I'm on. Back to the money. There's a news broadcast right at the start of the film.
Since the disaster that shocked the world in 2015, the Masrani Corporation has paid out more than $800 million in damages to settle class action lawsuits brought by survivors.
That's my entire point. It just $800 million isn't enough. That seems ridiculously low for what happened. Jurassic World cost $150 million to make and brought in $1.67 billion, meaning the profits of the film could have covered the payouts twice over. Just saying. Yes. Number 7. The Indominus Rex was eaten by that giant fish dinosaur in the last film, and in this film the film starts and the shot opens with the perfectly preserved skeleton of the Indominus Rex underwater. I don't know how fish digestion works, but I don't think that's it. What else have I got to say about this film? Number 9? Benjamin Lockwood. Benjamin Lockwood is the guy that owns the foundation that Eli Mills is running and getting all of his money from. Apparently not enough because he needs to make this dinosaur auction happen. There's not really anything wrong with Benjamin Lockwood, except he spends the entire film that he's alive for clutching onto this photo album or looking through this photo album. It's really weird, and it's like so obvious that a secret is in this photo album. And there is a secret in this photo album. Number 10. Maisie is a clone girl, and she finds out that she is a clone girl when she's managed to take the photo album from her dead grandfather's hands. She goes and hides in the dumbwaiter. That's a good point about the film. More films should have dumbwaiters, that's great. And she's looking through the photo album. She finds a photo of Benjamin Lockwood's daughter, and holy shit, it's her, because she is a clone of Benjamin Lockwood's daughter. And that is already enough information, but apparently we, the audience, are too stupid to be able to put one and one together. So they also have characters standing outside the dumbwaiter having a conversation about how she is a clone. We got it, thanks. Number 11. At some point during the film, towards the end of the film actually, there's this big tank of poisonous gas that gets shot. The gas leaves the tank because, you know, it got shot and goes into the room. I guess I'm going to call it the dinosaur gels. All these dinosaurs are locked up in cells. And it goes into that room. And then Claire has noticed that, hey, these dinosaurs are now breathing a poisonous gas. That can't be good for them. So she presses a button that just releases all the dinosaurs out of their cells, but they're still trapped in the room with the poisonous gases in. And then Maisie presses another button that opens the doors out into the real world, letting all of the poisonous gas, also the dinosaurs, out. Why did they just not press the button that would just let in fresh air? This is a very weak point 11 because honestly, you know, how long would it take for the gas to get out? Maybe they'd still be able to breathe a large poisonous amount of it. But this is now leading into point number 12. Okay, I have a degree in chemistry. I don't use it anymore and haven't used it since I got it, but I have it. And I've been in a lab before. And all I can tell you about labs right now is that they are pretty strictly temperature controlled. About 21, 22 degrees, which is this amount in Fahrenheit. The gas that they're using, the poisonous gas in question, is hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen cyanide is liquid at this temperature. Now its boiling point is 26 degrees, again this much in Fahrenheit, and the slab is on fire, so it's very likely that it is a gas at this point. However, in a lab you wouldn't have an enormous tankard of hydrogen cyanide in gas form, you'd have it in the fridge in liquid form. Because under many circumstances, not all, but under many circumstances, having all of your reactants in liquid form is a lot easier than having some in gas form and some in liquid form. My issue isn't even exactly this, it's just they didn't need to specify. All they needed to have was a big old tankard that says poisonous gas, do not shoot, and I wouldn't have given a crap. I am watching a sci-fi film. There's already a lot of suspension of disbelief happening. I am happy enough to do that, but as soon as you bring in real world things, why not look it up? They could have used chlorine gas. Chlorine gas is also famously poisonous. People would have gone, ooh, you wouldn't want to breathe that in. And it's not like it was mentioned at any other point in the film. It's not like they needed the hydrogen cyanide. It's not like it was brought up beforehand. It was literally just there to be shot. And in case you're like going, hey, you know, stop being so pedantic. Nitpicking. Number 13 is very similar to this, and it's just don't specify stuff, which is there's a bit in which the Blue the Raptor, she needs a blood transfusion, and the dinosaur that they have to get a blood transfusion from is the T-Rex, and it's just so the T-Rex can be in the film. They wanted the T-Rex to be in the film. They can now have the T-Rex in the film. The reason why they needed the blood from the T-Rex is because Dr. Zia Rodriguez, who is also a character in this film, and she says that the blood needs to come from a 3 or 4 fingered carnivore dinosaur. And the dinosaur that they have like that is the T-Rex. You know, humans can't get blood from like another human being that easily. If you don't have the same blood type, you're going to get pretty sick. I look pretty much identical to one of my sisters, but she's got a different blood type to me, so I can't have her blood. She won't let me. I don't know specifically how well lizards or dinosaurs can take the blood of a different species, but I'm guessing it's not that simple. Number 14. The Claire in this film is a very different Claire from the Claire that's in the previous film. The Claire in the previous film is this high-powered businesswoman who doesn't really care about dinosaurs, and then she and her nephew gets attacked by dinosaurs, so it doesn't make any sense for her to like dinosaurs now. And in this film, she loves dinosaurs, can't get enough of them, and loves them so much she sent up a dinosaur protection group where she has hired 2 other people. Well, she's hired a bunch of other people, but 2 of them are characters in the film. And it just doesn't seem like that's the Claire we know and forgot about. Number 15, Owen. I mean, he's really, really terrible. I just don't like him. Can that be a point? I just don't like Owen. In the last film, he's in a forest glade fiddling with a motorbike, and in this film, he's in a different forest glade building a log cabin, so I guess that's character growth. Number 16. The bulletproof gyrospheres are not bulletproof in this film. At some point in the film, a tank of hydrogen also gets shot. They like shooting tanks in this film. And Blue the Raptor is in the same room as the tank of hydrogen gas that's getting shot, and she smells the gas and runs away because she knows it's going to explode. Just a very, very smart dinosaur. Number C, let's say number C. They've locked up Claire and Owen in a jail cell next to the dinosaur that can break through jail cells, and that's just very convenient for Claire and Owen. Like, what a great turn of events for them. Okay, so I was editing the footage and I realised that I forgot to mention a number of stuff. I also forgot to knit, which, as this is a knitting channel, probably should rectify that. First thing I want to say is they did not use Jeff enough. Jeff Goldblum was brought into the film. He sits in a courtroom and he tells the court exactly why the film that you are about to watch is a bad idea and shouldn't have happened. And what a move on the filmmaker's part, but I wish that he was there for more of the film. He's just, don't waste Jeff. The other thing I want to mention is my favourite character. I forgot to mention my favourite character. My favourite character is this guy. He is so comically evil. He has the most evil accessory I could even think of, and that is a napkin full of teeth. Now, specifically dinosaur teeth. However, if you have a napkin full of teeth, if you do something like that, it really feels that they should be some sort of trophy, I guess. But these aren't dinosaurs that he has killed or even captured. They are just dinosaurs he has come across and taken their teeth like some weird demented tooth fairy. I love it. It's just so odd. Anyway, my suggestions on how to fix this film was to leave most of all of these points in, except for maybe multiply all of the numbers in this film by 1,000. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I probably won't make too many of these. I'm hoping that, to be honest, all of my projects will work out, but if they don't, I might do more. I don't have another film or TV show in mind to do this, so if you really like this, please leave a suggestion of what you would like me to talk about next time, and if you didn't like this, please tell me you didn't like this and just carry on doing the knitting thing. Thank you, bye bye. Da na 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 na.